So we got a battle here against DeVoLHeX and another guy. So the battle's going really fast because I have another battle to narrate because double header. So I'm gonna just go along to what happens on the screen. So now he goes all surf's up dude and stuff, and I stay calm because I don't want to be surfed up dude. Instead he goes for the ice beam, and yeah, so he sends in his Flygon, and I just recover all the damage off. So I switch out and I send in something that's not Batman, and he goes all, and she goes outraging because female Flygon and stuff, and the Flygon keeps outraging because, I don't know, it fails at life, so it hurts himself in confusions, so I don't know. It really does fail at life because it looks so miserable. So he sends in something that's called Wee because it wishes it had a Wii, but it's too poor to afford the operation to get one. So I go for the Brick Break, and it does a decent amount. So I send in my Snorlax, and I get frozen. And that was
extremely gay.
So I'm still frozen, which is
extremely gay.
And yeah, so I switch out and I send in my Scizor. So he goes for superpower, and I go for the Brick Break just for the kill. And this speed is
extremely gay.
So he sends in an Infernape, and he goes for the close combat, and I don't know. He switches and he sends in Mr. Wee. So he goes for the Pursuit here. I knew he was going to go for the Pursuit, but I was acting like a dumbass, so now he goes into his Celebi, and I go for the Swords Dance, and I'm just gonna switch out and send in my Snorlax. So he goes for the Earth Power, and it does nothing, I guess. So yeah, he sends in his Infernape, and I'm still frozen, which is
extremely gay.
And now I have to switch into my Breloom as death fodder, and now I'm just gonna take it out with a Bullet Punch. So that was an easy kill right there. This narration sucks. Yeah, it's kind of better when it's slower. So I just hate uploading two videos separately in like a day. So I curse at his Suicune because I got pissed because he was all like, "Surf's up, dude," like a faggot. So I go for the Body Slam, and yeah. So he sends in his Wee because I don't know. It still wants the operation, I guess. So now I die from the Sandstorm. So I send in my Scizor, and he goes for the Recover, while I go for the Swords Dance, and I don't actually pack Bug Bite or X-Scissor on this thing because I'm actually a bulky Swords Dance set. So I'm just gonna go for the Bullet Punch, and that's game. Good game. So we got a battle here against LaurelWeezle. So I sets up some Stealth Rock, and he goes for the T-Wave with his Quillfish, and I switch and I send in my Latias. So go for the Draco Meteor, and it gets him down to his Focus Sash, and now he goes for the T-Wave, which, you know, I guess it's pretty good.
What the fuck?
And I die. So I sent in my Infernape, and he just because I didn't really want him to see the rest of my team, and he goes into his Jug Trio, so I vacuum waved it, and it did like half or something. So whatever. So I sent in my Scizor, and I knew he was gonna switch, so I went for the Pursuit. Since this is my choice banded Scizor, and that's the reason why I make my Pokemon have the same names if they're the same Pokemon, because counter teams. So he sets up some rocks with his Gligar and whatever. So he sends in something that's pink and fat. No comment. So he goes for the Wish, or she, or he, or whatever. So I play some WoW, but it just wishes for me to stop doing it. So instead I just burn him in an insult and go for the Thunderbolt just to get some stuff. I don't know. I wasn't really thinking during this match because it was like, I don't know, it was late at night. So he gets burned by an insult of mine, and I send in my Scizor again, and he wishes for me to stop, or he or she wishes for me to stop burning him in insults. And Meg is totally gonna comment me on that. So he goes for the Wish and stuff, and I go for the U-turn right here, and I get a crit here, but it didn't matter because it would have taken it down to a burn range probably, and it really wouldn't have mattered. And he thinks it did, so yeah, just throwing that out there. So he sends in his Spiritomb, and I just go for the Will-O-Wisp to just get some status on it. And he goes for the Shadow Ball. I was pretty stupid right here, just letting my Weezing take it because I really wasn't thinking during this match, and I had a Special Wall on my team. So I send in my Scizor, and he goes for the Shadow Ball. And I go for the U-turn right here after he gets burned. So, yeah, get U-turned, and I send in my Weezing. So he Shadow Balls, and I die, which is
extremely gay.
And now he gets burned. So I send my Gyarados. So I Waterfall it, just to get some damage and kill it off. Yeah, looking good for me so far, even though the score is really sucky, even though I'm facing an NFE and U team, or UU, or whatever, so I don't really give a crap, because this is what originality does. So, yeah, originality gives you surprise. So now he goes for the Hypnosis, and he thinks that the Hypnosis misses here were gay, or
extremely gay,
but they really weren't, because eventually I would have woken up, and you'll see why they didn't really matter right here. Because he goes, well, I fall asleep, and he goes for the Bulk Up while I still stay asleep. So I still stay asleep, and he goes for more Bulk Up.
extremely gay, extremely gay.
And now, let's see what happens right here. So still asleep, and he goes for the Drain Punch. And Drain Punch does like nothing. After lefties, it does like 50-ish. And I didn't really think it mattered, because usually sleep doesn't last very long. And I go for the Waterfall, and yeah, Hypnosis Miss is still like there. Didn't really matter, I don't know, because it really wouldn't have mattered. I would have woken up eventually, and even though you would have Bulk Ups up, you would still be at low HP, so yeah. So I go for the Waterfall to take out his Gligar, and that's game. And yes, I know I got like 2-0'd by NFEs, NUs, and a UU or something, but I don't really care, just because, you know, it's just a game, and I'm not really that good of a battler. Well, at least I think I'm not, but, you know, I beat tons of noobs and stuff. And, yeah. Also, Laurel wants to say a few words before the video ends, so peace, and I'll let Laurel say his last words. So, yeah, bye.
I am extremely gay.